once in a while, clearly. Hey guys, it's Sarah and welcome back to a new video. I'm finally back with a new monthly favorites slash empty video for you guys today. Basically, I've been going through a lot of like decluttering the last month, and of course I still have been using the same products that I've had for some time now, so I'm trying really hard to use a lot of products, and I'm finally getting there. So honestly, even while I took a break, I just skipped down the favorites because I've been using the same things over and over again. So I guess now it's time to do it, so let's get started. I'll start off with the empties first, and this is the Peripera ink Blackcara remover, and I've had this for a while because this came as a free gift with one of the Peripera black ink mascaras, and I think it's been like a year, and I just used it little by little because I don't really use these type of separate eye makeup removers often, so it took me a while to use it up, and yeah, I finally finished it. And you know, it wasn't anything too special, but it did the job whenever I didn't have a cleansing oil or balm. So it's just one of those kind of makeup removers that come handy every now and then. I don't have anything else to say about it because it wasn't something I purchased, but yeah, it did the job, so that's all that matters, right? But the second product is the SRB Stabilized Rice Bran Enzyme Powder Wash that I've had for a year now. That sounds really gross, but it is a powdered cleansing kind of product, so this took a while to use up, and I basically use this pretty much every night as a night cleanser. And now that I've completely used it, I may repurchase this in the future, but as for now, I'll just continue finishing what I have. But out of all the products I received from the Style Korean like box for the contest thing, this was one of the products that I actually really enjoyed a lot, just because it's quite gentle on the skin. It helps remove dead skin, and the pH is very low. It's 5.5 to 6.5, so it's a really nice exfoliator, and it does help brighten the tone of your complexion. So I personally enjoyed that. It just made my dull skin appear brighter, so I really enjoyed this, and I think I featured this quite a few times in my monthly favorites, so it took me that long to use it up. So another product is also from that Style Korean thing I keep talking about every now and then. I bring it back because these products were products that I personally chose for myself, so they were products that I had the opportunity to try, and I ended up using them and, you know, liking the majority of them. So this is the Thank You Farmer True Water Deep Serum. It's also claimed for all skin types. So again, it took me a while to use it. I also left it in the bathroom for my mom to use it, and what I liked about this was that it just really absorbed into the skin really quickly, and my skin just felt really plump and hydrated. Again, I only really used that at nighttime, and I did use it a lot more frequently during the colder season. I just really enjoyed how lightweight it was. I think this is just me being my lazy self, but during the wintertime, cleansing is just so tedious, and it just, I just like cleansing really quickly to get it over and done with since it's cold. But this product absorbs really quickly, so it just makes the whole skincare steps and process really quicker. I actually enjoy this a lot. I did want to try the rest of the products from its whole line, but for now I've kind of just continued sticking to my Heimish skincare products. So I've kind of forgotten about that. But for those who prefer very lightweight skincare products, I would definitely recommend checking out Thank You Farmer. Next is the eye cream from the brand Whamisa, and this is the Organic Flowers Eye Essence with brightening and anti-wrinkle. This is supposed to be a natural eye cream that has natural fermentation, and oh, I keep telling myself to be really religious with using eye creams, just because my under eyes are very dry, and also it's kind of one of my complex when it comes to my face. But I'm just such a lazy ass, and I don't think I do it on a daily, but at least 3 times a week I do use eye cream. But yeah, I mean, this is an essence. It was my first time trying, actually no, I don't think it was my first time, but I just naturally assumed that this was an eye cream, but it's actually an essence. So basically you're supposed to layer this with a eye cream afterwards, just like how you would use a face essence or serum and then a moisturizer afterwards. It was kind of like that, but this, I just used it by itself. It is very lightweight in texture, very thin in consistency. I actually prefer that over normal eye creams. I usually would think that a thicker cream would work better, but I don't know, having that layer of cream like half absorbed at night and then, you know, waking up next morning, I don't know, I just don't really like that. I just want something that is very thin and that would absorb immediately and still be effective in terms of keeping my under eyes hydrated while I'm sleeping overnight. It does help with maintaining the puffiness within my under eyes. Of course, there will be days where I don't get enough sleep, where it'll just be really puffy underneath, but you know, using an eye cream can really help with that. And also, when it comes to my under eyes, other than like the actual dark circles, the fine lines in my eyes is something that really bugs me, because that's what makes my concealer crease a lot. And if you use an eye cream in general on a daily, you will see a difference of the skin around there, you know, either tightening and firming up or becoming more hydrated. So it's just really up to your own will of how you know, maintain and use eye creams. But for me, I'm not at that stage yet where I'm like, there would be a few months where I would use it consecutively, but there will be lazy times where I just skip out on it. And I don't know, I try really hard. This eye essence just actually worked great, and you know, I never heard of this brand and it was my first time trying it, so my impression on this brand isn't too bad. So in the future we'll see, but eye creams isn't really something that I really focus on, so I might not repurchase this for the meantime. But eye creams are very good for you, and you don't have to be in your 30s to start using them. The younger the better. Well, I'd say like from your 20s till, you know, the future, because it just helps slow down the process of your skin aging and, you know, getting wrinkles and all of that. So it's better to start early. Next are products that aren't empties. So this is the Secret Key Tea Tree Refresh Calming Toner. Again, this is for all skin types. This was featured in my YESSTYLE haul, and I think this is my first time featuring this. But this has been my go-to toner, and if you guys have watched my videos from the very beginning, you would know that my cult skincare product was the Etude House Wonder Pore Freshener Toner, and I think it's been like a good year where I've tried to not depend on it. and find a toner that's a little bit more natural yet still beneficial for my oily skin. The Wonder Pore is quite strong and I've used that for like 4 years, so my skin was really well adapted to it already, but I just felt like it'd be great if I could have something a little bit more gentle on my skin that would still do the job. And so far this has been doing the job. I've used this much. I don't know if that's a lot, but I've been using this every day, mainly at nighttime. Although it is a tea tree kind of toner, it's very hydrating on the skin, and also afterwards the surface and the texture of your skin just feels really smooth, and I haven't had any problems with it, so I've been enjoying it a lot. And I'll probably make a separate review or an updated skincare routine featuring this, so stay tuned for that. Moving on to makeup, there's a lot of old products here that I started getting back into after decluttering. The first product is the VDL Satin Veil Primer. My skin is a lot more drier in the winter time, so makeup doesn't look that great, so I try to apply less during the cold season, but using this primer just helps kind of give that layer and an even kind of canvas for my makeup, and it just makes my makeup look a little bit more decent. Next is something that took me a while to find a good purpose for. So if you guys have seen my COSRX cushion review, I gave a very small little segment and mini review on the COSRX Clear Fit Spot Concealer, but recently, or like the past few months where I haven't made any favorites, I've actually been using this. So I would actually use this underneath or before my foundation application. Just when I said that I wouldn't find any good use for this, I ended up using it for a good month, and I started to like it a lot because, you know, if I didn't have the cushion, I would have the concealer, and each way my skin would still benefit from it. So yeah, I take back what I said about the concealer, and I really like it now. So next is something that I haven't really featured or shown in any of my videos other than the YESSTYLE haul. This is the Heimish Dailism blusher palette in the shade FLAVOUR Apricot. So I've been using this pretty much almost every day now because I just want to change things up a little bit with my makeup. I don't have a lot of contouring products anymore or highlighters because I don't use them often, but these 3 products I've been using it on my face and I've just been liking it. At first I found it very subtle where I wasn't too pleased with it, but then since I have started wearing my makeup a lot more lighter and a little bit more, I guess I'm trying to make it seem like it's a little bit more on the natural side, like where it's not too pigmented. I've been using this whole palette for my face and I actually really like it. It's very subtle, but it's still there, so I'm not hating on it, and I find really good use out of this for not only my face. I could also use this for my eyes and for nose contouring and all of that, so I can be quite creative with this, and yeah, I should really use this in one of my videos next time so you guys could see how it works. But that's the highlighter right there. The last 2 products I'm gonna combine, but they're basically lip tints that I started using again. It's the Peripera Peri's Ink Velvet and the Airy Ink Velvet. So I don't know if these guys can tell, but I have gone darker with my hair now, so I've kind of switched up colors, and I think after decluttering I realized what I haven't used in a while and what I still actually like. So this shade is number 7 from the Peri's Ink Velvet, and it's just a I would say it's a very rosy pink. It kind of looks like a cool tone rosy pink here from the swatch, but it is quite vibrant when it's applied onto my lips. It really brightens my complexion, so I've been using this shade a lot. And again, I love orange toned lip products. So this is the Airy Velvet right here. It's like a orangey kind of brown. This is number 6 from the Airy Ink Velvet, and this is something that I originally purchased before I started using the shade number 8 on a daily of the Airy Ink Velvet. This used to be my favorite, so I've kind of gone back to this because the 3CE matte lipstick, it's a little bit too dry on my lips, and my lips are very dry naturally, but in winter time it's even worse. So I've gone for something that would make my chappy lips look a lot more smoother, so I've been using this a lot more. And then this, you know, when I want to kind of change up my color, I would use this. So this is what I've been using for the past few months now, like a month or two. So these have been my go-to, and that's pretty much it for this month's favorites and empties. So I don't think it was anything too interesting. And also, I know I sound like I'm really down and all of that, but I think I'm just really awkward because it's been a while since I filmed. So I'm kind of out of it. I feel like I've lost it a little bit, but in the next videos I'll get back. And I just have to be back in routine because I'm leaving soon, so I just need to just have this next 2 months prepared, and it's stressing me out. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If there's any questions, feel free to comment down below, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!